Today, on Public Eye News, Michigan Democrats work to protect reproductive health data before the Republican Party takes charge. And later, the hunt for the killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is in its third day.
Our very own Bianca Kroll has a look at our weather across our beautiful Upper Peninsula. And later, Bradley Seaborg has a sports report on all things Wildcats. I'm Gwen Case.
And I'm Beck Burley, and this is Public Eye News. Michigan Democrats are pushing forward with legislation this month aimed at enhancing reproductive health care, with a particular focus on the safety of digital health data. The move comes ahead of the 2025 transition when Republicans will take control of the State House. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is supporting the bill that protects sensitive health data, including information logged on menstrual cycle tracking apps. Federal law prohibits medical providers from sharing health data without a patient's consent. However, this does not apply to digital tech companies. These companies are allowed to track sensitive data and sell it to brokers, raising concerns over privacy and potential misuse. Michigan's proposal would mandate that businesses use reproductive health data solely for the services they provide, with consumers being informed of how their data is used. And Governor Whitmer has awarded multiple grants to help rebuild local roads in rural counties across Michigan, which will save local taxpayers $2.9 million. Governor Whitmer said, in quote, "These grants will help communities across the state fix local roads faster so people can get to work or drop their kids off at school, and businesses can move goods and supplies around more efficiently all year round," end quote. Some of the roads that will be resurfaced include Washington Street in Ishpeming, South Shabavy Drive in Mason County, West Eliza Street in the village of Schoolcraft, and Market Avenue in the city of Bay City.
This week, on December 4th, MDOS discovered numerous falsified documents revealing that LaFontaine Hyundai of Livonia has been fraudulently selling used vehicles as new, despite recently issued bulletins reiterating what makes a vehicle used. LaFontaine Motors of Livonia Incorporated had their license immediately suspended, as this caused imminent harm to the public. Some of the violations included were as follows: committing fraudulent acts in connection with selling or otherwise dealing in vehicles, misrepresenting a used vehicle as new, failing to have a title in immediate possession with the odometer information properly completed, and failing to properly issue a temporary registration. You can reach the complaint line regarding the investigation at 844-372-8356. A $2.25 million grant has been awarded to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services to support the Michigan Youth with Epilepsy Transition Demonstration Project. This 5-year grant is from the Federal Maternal Child and Health Bureau. The grant is intended for youth with epilepsy and aims to provide support during transition to adult health care. There are 13,600 Michigan children with epilepsy. However, nationwide, only 23% receive the services needed to make transitions to adult health care. This will allow the MDHHS's Children's Special Health Services to partner with 2 pediatric and 2 adult neurology clinics to better transition to adult-serving systems for children and youth with epilepsy. And the University of Michigan is no longer asking faculty candidates to provide a diversity statement during the hiring, promotion, and tenure processes. This decision has been met with controversy. Reporter Jack Springate has more.
Well, this decision comes out of a recommendation from an 8-person faculty committee that says diversity statements can actually limit viewpoints, especially from those who feel like they might not get the job if their stances aren't politically acceptable. The group also found that diversity statements can help the university determine how potential applicants and faculty will add to the university's diversity goals. Asking for diversity statements was previously left to individual departments, but this new policy outlaws it across the entire campus. U of M Provost Lori McCauley said in an article by the University Record, quote, "I'm grateful for this faculty committee, which spent months soliciting feedback from across campus, evaluating our methods and determining the best course forward," end quote. Those speaking out against it say the university should have adopted all 3 at the same time.
When we don't allow people to express their trajectories, we intentionally select for just wealthy audiences and just wealthy white people.
I think they're not genuine, and I think this is the first step of a series of events that the university is falling victim to as a result of national intention to attack DEI with the new Trump administration coming in.
After adopting the recommendation to stop asking for diversity statements in faculty hiring, promotion, and tenure decisions, the university rejected policy recommendations to 1, incorporate content about DEI into teaching, research, and service statements, and 2, to bolster training on how to best write and evaluate such content. This also comes with growing concerns about divestment in Michigan's $85 million DEI initiative they started in 2016, especially with the upcoming political shift in Washington, D.C. For now, reporting in Ann Arbor, I'm Jack Springate, CBS News, Detroit.
We'll have your weather and national news after this break. Stay tuned.
You would hear the first few notes and the room would just go crazy.
Disco, creator or culture that's unstoppable.
Suddenly, there was this powder keg chain reaction. Disco was on everybody's lips.
It integrated everybody, red, yellow, black, or white. It didn't matter. It made everybody happy.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Bianca Kroll, and I'm here to deliver the Public Eye Weather Report. Looking at the roof cam here on campus, it's a little bit snowy, a little cloudy outside, and we could be seeing further conditions into this. Now moving on to the map of the UP here, pretty much cloudy all over the UP. Starting off in Houghton, it is 23, in Ironwood, 20, in Iron Mountain, 21, and in Menominee, 22. Moving to the other side of the UP over here. In Escanaba, it is 23, Manistee, 21, Sault Ste. Marie, 25, and in Marquette here, it is 22 and snowy. Looking further into those conditions, the winds are northwest at 11 miles per hour with a barometric pressure of 30.05 inches and falling. And looking at tonight's conditions, it's going to be cloudy with a low of 19, the winds west-southwest at 9 miles per hour, and our moon phase is a waxing crescent. And looking at tomorrow, we're going to have a rain-snow mix with a high of 40, a low of 31, and the winds southwest at 13 miles per hour. And looking ahead here, Sunday will be a high of 34 with some snow and a low of 30. Monday will have a high of 38 with some snow and rain mix and a low of 27. And Tuesday will have a high of 29 and cloudy skies with a low of 19. That's all I have for the weather forecast. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for that weather report, Bianca. But now let's take a look at our national news. And the manhunt for the assassin who killed United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has entered its third day as authorities continue to review new evidence. Surveillance footage has provided crucial insights into the suspect's movements leading up to the fatal shooting, identifying key locations he visited before the attack. Thompson was ambushed and killed on Wednesday while walking from his Midtown hotel to the company's annual investor conference. Investigators are analyzing discarded items, including a water bottle and a protein bar wrapper, in an effort to obtain the suspect's DNA. Additionally, they are working to extract more data from a cell phone found at a pedestrian plaza where the shooter fled. Surveillance shows that the gunman fled using a bicycle into Central Park, just blocks away from the scene. Authorities are following multiple leads in hopes of identifying the suspect. And Stellantis is recalling more than 300,000 Ram heavy-duty pickup trucks due to a faulty hydraulic control unit that could cause malfunctioning of key braking and tracking systems. The issue affects anti-lock brakes, electronic stability control, and traction control systems. However, the automaker clarified that regular braking functions remain unaffected and stressed that no injuries have been reported. The recall covers 2017 and 2018 model year Ram 2500, 3500, 4500, and 5500 trucks, totaling 317,000 vehicles, including a small number in Canada and Mexico. This recall comes on the heels of a similar announcement last month, in which Stellantis recalled about 207,000 Jeep and Dodge SUVs in the U.S. that address similar issues. And a 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck off California's northern coast. The quake triggered a temporary tsunami warning for millions of people. Reporter Danya Bacchus has more information from Los Angeles.
Earthquake. I feel it. Oh my God.
The powerful magnitude 7 earthquake rattled backyards and businesses in Northern California shortly before noon Thursday.
This is the emergency alert that went out. You are in danger.
The U.S. Geological Survey says the quake was centered off the coast of Eureka, briefly triggering a tsunami warning for millions of people along the coast from southern Oregon to the San Francisco Bay Area.
It was definitely pretty frightening.
Angie Chavez works at a restaurant in Rio Del, not far from the epicenter.
We are trying to quickly exit the building and I'm losing my balance. And with refrigerator doors swinging open back and forth right in front of me, I'm having to dodge all the bottles and merchandise that's falling out of there while also holding on to my 2 coworkers.
As the situation unfolded, the San Francisco Zoo evacuated visitors and moved animals and staff to higher ground. Roads were jammed along Highway 92 as people in low-lying coastal areas sought to get to safety.
It's another reminder of the state that we live in and the state of mind that we need to bring to our day-to-day reality here in the state of California in terms of being prepared for earthquakes.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has since declared a state of emergency to provide resources to Northern California.
We're concerned about damage, particularly in the northern part of the state, in Del Norte and Mendocino and Humboldt County as a consequence of that.
The USGS is forecasting more aftershocks in the region in the coming days. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
We know that we're entering the busy time of the year, but we hope you have an hour for some fantastic television this week on High School Bowl. In our first match, it's an interstate cross-the-river rivalry as Ironwood goes up against Hurley. I'm Jim Koski, and then in our second matchup, Calumet takes on Holy Name. That's coming up this week on High School Bowl.
Welcome back. I'm Bradley Seaborg, and this is your Public Eye Sports Report. Today, we've got a special emphasis on all things NMU Wildcats. Starting off on the court, the NMU men's basketball team opened GLIAC conference play on Thursday with a matchup against Purdue Northwest. Heading into the game, Purdue Northwest's high-flying offense was averaging 87 points per game, but the stifling NMU defense held them to just 54 while scoring 70 points of their own for a 16-point victory. Northern forced 14 turnovers, 8 steals, and 6 blocks, scoring 19 points off PNW turnovers. Redshirt junior Sam Privet had 3 blocks, all on his own. The Cats led by just 4 at the half, but a second-half explosion saw the Cats score 17 of the first 22 points in the second half. The Wildcats improved to 5-2 on the year and 1-0 in conference play. Moving over to the women's side of the court, the NMU women's basketball team also faced Purdue Northwest in their first conference game of the season in a dominant 70-48 win over the Pride. The Cats led by as many as 26 in a game that never looked in doubt. Leading the way for the Cats was junior Alyssa Hill with 13 points, including 3 from the charity stripe. It was another strong defensive performance for the Green and Gold, forcing PNW to commit 15 turnovers and shoot a measly 26% from the field. Up next for the women's basketball team is a game against the 5-2 Parkside Rangers, who took down Michigan Tech in overtime in their last match. And finally, the NMU hockey team is set to host Ferris State University tonight in the Barry Event Center. It has been a brutal start to the season for the young Wildcat team, who hold a 1-12-1 record and are still winless in conference play. The Bulldogs have struggled as well, going 2-6 last month and 4-10-2 on the year. But it hasn't all been bad for the Wildcats, as they have only allowed 1 power play goal in the last 5 games and are 32 for 37 on the penalty kill this year. In what looks to be a gritty matchup between 2 of the bottom 3 teams in the conference, NMU needs to capitalize on this chance to turn their season around. That's all I've got for sports. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Brad, for that sports update. And now for a special message from our producer, Trevor Forsyth.
Hello, everybody. My name is Trevor Forsyth. I just want to take this time to address the audience and everyone around me right now. A few graduating Penn members. We have Susanna Gwynn, who's actually our 2024 commencement speaker. Congratulations. We also have Megan Tarcia, who is a former producer and one of my mentors. Thank you very much for teaching me everything that I've learned. To the viewers, thank you for supporting all of us here at Public Eye News, making what we do possible. We couldn't do it without you guys. The parents of everyone here, the family, everyone who supports everyone here at Public Eye News, thank you for helping us out too. Your efforts don't go unnoticed, and I thank you very greatly for all of them. And to our mentors here, thank you, Mike Lakeinen, Mike Settles, Bob Thompson. You've done a great job. Thank you all so much for allowing me to do this.
That's all the time we have, folks. I'm Beck Burley.
And I'm Gwen Case.
And this is Public Eye News, signing off for the semester.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.